Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach. So I got the documentation done. It looks oh so pretty-ish. So if I go to the docs here, I'm getting started. So at least you'll be able to understand what the heck I'm doing. Oh, that reminds me, I got to put in one more issue. I'll get to that in a second. There's only two right now. I might be making a third, but I've got those in there. There is an issue. Add source and destination types to map to attribute. It's possible that the developer doesn't have access to the source code or the source type. Therefore, I should allow map to attribute to take the source and destination types. So something like this. Note that this has to happen at the assembly level. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. And I'm going to put it on a milestone of 2.0.0 because, again, I want this to get out as a package and I want this to be a 1.0 release. This one isn't as important in the sense that it is important because you may not be able to have the source code. You just know that this thing and this thing need to map. Which is arguably not a great idea because if you don't own the types, should you really be allowed to map them? But if that case comes up, that's the one I thought of that, well, you may want to do this. And then I just need to say, if I find this attribute and there's two, then just assume that I've got the source and I've got the destination. Okay. If there's only one argument to the attribute, then I assume that that's just the destination. Okay, so that should be good for now. Okay, so we've got all the documentation, and at least for now, so I put in an order here, number 5 we want to do next. Move diagnostic descriptive information. Okay, let's close all this stuff. Let's go to Git. New branch. I want to call this, come on, why does it do that? Move descriptor info. Okay. So to do this, what we're going to do is come to our generator, and we're also going to go to our metadata. Now, the one thing I thought of is, we'll make it all public. So, what I do want to do though is say add new folder, descriptors, just because, and no argument constructor descriptor. Sure, that works. That's nice. Public static class. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to pull this and say this is a public const string ID, which is that, except not that. Okay, and then we're going to change that into ID. we'll say public const string title is equal to that. This is just busy work, but it needs to be done because reasons. Title. Okay, we're going to say this is the message. This one's a funny one because I really wish there was a like there's usually like usage and some other ones. Public const. It's a trick I don't use often, but you know, it works because then it's actually going to literally be usage. And then here, we're going to say ID and title. Boom. And that's that. It's funny, the comment there, the issue I have in about finished unit testing, which again, I definitely do because I preach unit testing like it's no one's business. But I posted yesterday that, hey, I'm doing this inline mapping thing, and if you want to check it out, go there. And somebody made the comment, which was a nice comment about, actually, I'm going to go find it. Okay, so here's the comment that I said. Aaron said, you know, if, you know, looking for search generators, being able to look at good structured C code, it's pretty well written. And of course, I said, it's pretty well written. So what's wrong with it? It's kind of that comment of, that's good code. But why isn't it great code? What am I doing wrong? What have I missed? Of course, he says 100% code coverage. So again, I'm not going to get into code coverage, but I do need tests, and I do need to put those in for all the conditions and issues that I could possibly run into to make sure that I'm always being consistent. So that, yes, I will have unit tests in there eventually. I don't know why I went on that rant, but I did. Okay, so now we want a property maps. So we want to go here. Where's the C? Right there. Descriptor constants. Okay. Public static class. And we kind of want to do what we did with this, except we're going to change the stuff and the things around. This should be 2. Let's close that. That will be the title. And this will be, nope. What'd you do? It's not what you should have done. That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Okay, so we're going to take all of this, except we're going to change it to being this name. Okay, so we that, and that. And I think we're done having hard-coded constants in there for those descriptors. Okay, so we're going to do our little testy test just to make sure I haven't broken anything, which I really shouldn't have. But now I'll have those values, and yeah, I think it should be a little bit easier to manage stuff, especially in tests and whatever. I can say, oh yeah, I found, you know, I found this ID as a diagnostic ID. That's the one I expected to come out. So, and that means it built, means we're good. Git, commit. These should go away. This gets kind of annoying that it starts listing those there. Added descriptor constants. Commit all, push, come over here. Okay, we're going to say manage branches. We did that one. We're going to check this one out. We're going to come back over here and we're going to say move that into master. That's great. We're going to provide master. We're going to push. And if all goes well, we should see that this had that. And if we come into the code, we should see not docs. Well, we should see docs, but what we really should see is in metadata, we should now see descriptors, and we do. Okay, so we can say diagnostic descriptor information is done. Now, one thing I'm noticing here is I want to say delete this branch, but it's not offering to delete it in origin. Which I mean, I get it. You know, if I come over here, I should also be able to, yes. Now what's interesting though is these are still here. Okay, but if I come up to here, it only notices there's one branch and that's master. I'm wondering if, let's pull. Because I'm wondering if I don't have like, I'm just curious because none of these should really be there anymore. Delete. Takes for freaking ever. Delete. God, I hope I'm not doing anything wrong. Okay, let's come back here. Refresh. Looks like everything's good. It is. And now we shouldn't see any branches here. We really, well, one, of course, because we have the master branch. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Where are we with issues? So we just did 5. What's 7? 7 is diagnostics for missed source property mapping. Create a warning if a source property doesn't have a map to a destination. Maybe the same for, yeah. So this one is, close that up. I thought of this 2 ways. So if you have to actually have possible destinations, and you're going to go into sources and you're going to try to find sources. And if you don't have any maps at all, then it's going to say, well, we couldn't find any. But I thought, what happens if you find 3 in destination? There's only 2 in source. So there's one that's sitting out there. And I'm like, for each one of those destinations, one that you didn't find, you should probably just say warning, hey, you tried to map source to destination, we didn't find it. Or just make it even informational. Maybe not even have it as a warning, just make it info. Hey, we couldn't find a map for this. And the same thing for source. If we try to like do a source here and we try to look for it and we don't find it, this is good why I made it a list, by the way. If we find it, great. And then we are going to remove it from the list because there's no way you should be able to map that one again. Okay. Really shouldn't. the whole phrase really shouldn't in development means, are you sure? There's probably some weird case that I'm not thinking of. But you should not find that again, so we're going to remove it. So that way we can then at the end, you know, as we're going through this, we can say, hey, if we didn't find something here, then we're just going to tell you, hey, we couldn't find a map here. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Let's go into our descriptors. And we're going to have no property match. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. No match descriptor constants. Okay, and this one is going to be 3 title, except we need to have the name. No match no property match found. Now this is going to be interesting because the message, we want to be a formatable string. You can't use interpolated strings with constants. So we're going to have to say something like the blank the blank property, either being source or destination, the blank property, and then we want the name we'll say a match for zero, a match for on, and then we'll just say the type name. Well, there's a source or destination. Well, they could be on the source destination type. So I'm going to say a match for ID on the source type, and we'll give the name could not be found. Okay. So then where do we want? We want to add a diagnostic. We don't really care about a location, I don't think. So, all right, so if the destination property is not null, that means we can say destination properties remove destination property, okay? Else, we're going to say here, diagnostic create, and then we're going to say no match, except we got to be a little careful here. We need to match the ID, the title, except here we want to say string.format that, and now a match for the property name. So we want to say source property dot name on the source, on the source type, and then the actual source type name. Source type name. That does that. You don't like that. Why don't you like that? I forgot. What? What do you want me to do? Format provider. Whatever. This is not an error though. This is a info. Okay. And then we need to say here the ID, which means we need to add a documentation. Now, why are you still barking? Takes one argument. What did I screw up? Okay. So we do the title, string format, that, descriptor constants, usage, info, true, help you are. Yeah, okay. I put in, yeah. Because we want to put in a location, but we don't have a location. No. Yeah, I guess it's, well, we'd like to say it on the source type, but we don't know. I'm just going to leave it null for now. I'm just going to leave it null for now. Okay. And then we're going to say here, this is getting really long. I need to destination. Destination properties count is greater than 0, which means we didn't map all of them. So actually, we'll just do for each of our remaining destination property and destination properties. Okay, and then we're just going to do this. We're going to say destination type. There. Okay. And that's it. Now what we also need to do though is go into the docs folder, and we want to create that, except we want to say the title. If a source or destination property candidate that could be mapped, i.e. it's public with the right accessibility. If a source destination could be mapped, but no match was found, this diagnostic is created. So in other words, if we had this, so in that case, what we're saying is you have the right getters, right setters are public, blah, 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 but the names don't match. So we're going to say both in this case. In the following code, 2 diagnostics are created. 1 for identifier, 1 for ID. In this case, only 1 is created. So in this case, we're going to say we have ID, but we also have public string name. Okay, and we don't have for the name property on this source type. Okay, now let's test. I should write test for this. We'll get to writing actual unit tests. But let's just go into our test host here and say, let's just grab these and see what happens. And I think, yeah, I just write diagnostics out. I don't ever actually say, well, that stops you from doing what you think you should be doing. Okay, so let's run this. And it should still generate it. Oh, wow. Okay, that bombed badly. Yeah, that's not what I intended. Oh, I think I just realized what I did wrong. I think. Which is if we come down here. Yeah. If we have any where severity equals error, That's what we want. Okay, because we can get maps, we can have informational messages, but it's possible. Yeah, so now we should see still nothing. Okay. We don't have any that are in error. These are infos. Time to the debugger. Okay, so let's debug this. What did I do wrong? Oh, wow. What do I haven't debug? Huh? Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Huh? Using InlineMapping metadata. Get set, get set. Get set. It should be right. There shouldn't be a problem with that. But apparently there is. And why? Why didn't we get any candidates? So this is the class declaration syntax. So it should find this. Oh, that was the source. Okay, that doesn't matter. This is the destination. It should... Wait, source should have... What? Huh? That... what? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. You know, I bet, now that I think about it, are all these, yeah, gal, dang it. Yep. So we're going to actually bring up all these. So anywhere search. Replace. Anywhere we have that, we're going to replace with that, because I'm a moron. Now, why are you looking all funky? What the heck? Why is that? That was kind of weird. Okay, file close. Okay. Come back over here. Let's do this and the thing and the stuff. And now that should not work, of course. Oh, because, well, see, now that works. What we really want is this to work. Yeah, that's what we want. We want that to work. A match for name on the source type source could not be found, which is true. But you should have still okay. Come on. You can do this, Jason. So we come here. Okay, we'll do that. And we'll say there are no remaining. Okay. We should have maps, which we do. Wait, what? Oh, right, because that one is, okay. If not, if we don't find any, there we go. So it's okay if you do an informational one, but you don't want to, yeah, that's fine. And if somebody wants to turn that one off, they can turn it off. So good. Let's just make sure we didn't break anything. for the test that we do know of. And we don't. Okay, so I'm going to commit this off camera because I'm running a little bit long, but we have that one done. I have a couple of other ones I need to work on, but I want to get on a bike ride and do that this morning. And then I'm having a friend come over by the name of Keith. I've actually worked with him in the past at a couple of different clients, actually, from my former job. And he was working at another place when I joined Quicken Loans. And he saw that I was jumping ship and going there, and I guess that caught his attention. So he decided, I guess he wasn't happy with what he was doing, and he decided to apply, and now he got hired. So he's going to be starting in early September. And I said, hey, come on over. We'll grill some burgers, have some beers, and celebrate that we're actually both now employed by the same employer, which is kind of funny. And I don't know if there's got to be other people that work for Quicken Loans that are employed in the Twin Cities, but as far as I know, we're the only two. I have to look that up internally and see if there are any more. But in any event, he's coming over tonight, so I got to do some cleaning of the house and just get stuff ready for him to come over. I do like it when I have people over because we don't do it that often, and it kind of forces us to clean up a little bit around the house. So maybe I'll do another one or two this afternoon if I have time, or maybe I'll do one tomorrow or tonight. I don't know, but I'm liking this. I'm having fun. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments, questions below. See you in the next episode.